Sorry to drag you down here like this, but Sally and Amber said it was important.
What's it about?
Probably about regrouping now that Deacon has quit.
Oh.
How's Samantha?
Upset. Still very upset. Priscilla wanted some time to be with her alone.
I can't believe that Sam kept this bottled up all these years.
I can't believe her mother forced her to.
Yeah, I don't remember Priscilla being that cold. I mean, her daughter loses a child, and all Priscilla can think about is avoiding a scandal.
Sad, isn't it? If we'd only known, we might have been able to help her, give her some support at the right time.
Well, now we can.
If her mother doesn't upset her any more than she already has.
Samantha? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I just came by to tell you I'll be going to the airport in an hour or so. I'm going on to Hong Kong.
Fine.
Well, with the way this visit has gone, I thought that would please you.
You really just don't have a clue, do you?
No, actually, I don't. I haven't the slightest idea of what to make of you. Why did you blurt out our family secret in front of the Forresters last night? What in God's name were you thinking?
Like I said before, you've been really patient, which is what my mother needed, but now she needs something else. Something more. And I think you know exactly what that is. So if I were you, I'd make my move, Nick.
Oh, my. Excuse me, I was looking for the shady Marlin, a dusty old eyesore, the captain's Nick Payne, but I seem to be on the wrong boat.
Really? Seriously, you can tell the difference? Be honest.
It's unbelievable. What have you done?
Well, you know, a little spit, a little elbow grease, motivated. Just got after it a little bit. Thanks for coming, by the way.
Well, I thought if I didn't, you might hunt me down.
Yeah. Sit down. I want to ask you something here.
If this is to do with Deacon Sharp.
No. No, it's not. But why were you with him anyway? Cafe Russe? You left very quickly, by the way.
It was just business, Nick. Just business, and nothing to talk about, really. It's all under control. Tell me, why did you ask me here? And please, if it's to do with cleaning, I don't do floors, I don't do windows.
I know, Mother. Actually, this is something a bit more conspiratory.
Oh? Sounds very intriguing. Will it get me into trouble?
Would you have it any other way? I want to surprise Brooke with something.
So, Mr. Bond, what would you have me do? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, come in. Sit down. We should be able to start pretty soon.
Hi, honey.
Yeah, Sally and Amber said they'd be here any minute.
You don't think they're gonna try and make a case for Deacon, do you?
To reinstate it?
Well, that's not going to happen.
You're right, Eric. It isn't. Amber and I have decided that the time has come for us to stop making sucker bets on a horse that won't run. And this horse has definitely run its last lap.
Megan, thank you.
Eric, here. They're all yours.
What's this?
Those are the keys to that interesting office space you provided for us. We're not going to be needing them anymore. We're quitting.
You're quitting.
Because of Deacon?
You don't need him, Amber, not with Sally's know-how and your talent.
Look, I know we could try working together. We could, for example, take Amber's designs and make some adjustments, make them more to your liking. But what would be the point of that? I learned a long time ago that it is a fruitless thing to try and keep forcing a square peg into a round hole.
So you don't think you belong here?
Be honest, Eric. You never really wanted this company anyway. It was just a means to an end for you.
We're a burden to you, Rick. That's the last thing I ever wanted to be.
You sure about this?
I think it's best for everyone.
Can we at least give them a severance package or something, Dad?
Yeah, I can't speak for Sally, but I think I've taken enough from your family as is.
And you better save your money, Eric. You may need it when I get back on my game and start stealing your customers away from you
This
again.
is a rash decision. There has to be a way to work this out.
Amber and I have made up our minds.
Even if I ask you to stay?
Did I embarrass you, Mother? Did I ruin your perfect little world?
You see nothing wrong in what you've done.
I was in pain. I needed to get it out.
After all these years,
Years of lie after lie.
they served their purpose.
They served your purpose.
You would have rather stayed in Los Angeles while all our friends and neighbors looked down their nose at a teenage girl who didn't know any better than to get herself pregnant?
It would have been better than the shame I felt covering it up.
Easy for you to say now. You made a mistake, a foolish mistake. But you should be grateful that your father and I were able to help you.
Help me. My baby died.
Yes. That was a tragedy. But you have to admit you went on and made a wonderful life for yourself. Do you think you could have become a renowned interior designer while caring for a child? You were free to pursue your dream, darling.
It only became my dream after I lost my child.
You say that as if you have no pride in what you've accomplished. When here I am practically bursting whenever I see your work somewhere in the world.
You are incredible.
What do you mean?
It's all about appearances with you, isn't it? As long as it looks good on the outside, it doesn't matter if you're falling apart in here.
Samantha, stop being so dramatic.
No, I'm being honest. Like I should have been a long time ago. Go on, go to the airport. Get as far away from me and the humiliation that I've caused you as you can.
Now pay attention, because your participation is going to make or break this whole thing.
Oh, the pressure, the pressure.
First thing I need you to do is go over to Brooke's house. And I want you to make sure that Marta or Rick or somebody's available to watch her little girl Hope the evening.
Okay. And?
And that's it.
That's it? That is my pivotal role in this?
It's very important because I want to make sure that Brooke's mind is free for the entire evening.
What are you going to be doing?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, Nicky, please.
I'm not telling you.
I'm your mother.
That's why I'm not telling you.
You are no fun.
Sorry. The point is for Brooke to have some fun.
I'm sure she's going to have a lovely time,
There's just
no matter what you do.
there's one problem, though.
What?
She hasn't agreed to go. Yet.
So, Brooke hasn't actually said yes to this arrangement yet.
No. No, she doesn't know anything about the arrangement.
You haven't asked her?
No, I just thought I'd get her over the boat and everything would just take care of itself, I hope.
Well, if she has any idea of what's good for her, she'll let her hair down and just concentrate on having a good time.
Exactly. Well put, Mother. I just want to inject a little fun into the situation.
Something that's been in short supply with Ridge.
You know, this whole situation is completely drained everyone. Brooke's head's been spinning. She looks over her shoulder, waiting for the next shoe to drop constantly.
Yep, she certainly does.
Mother, you know that my heart goes out to Forrester. But Brooke's having my child. And that's what counts.
It's worth fighting for.
Oh, Nick, sorry I'm late.
Hey.
Oh, Jackie, I didn't know you'd be here. Well, actually, I'm just leaving. I have something rather important to take care of.
Is everything all right?
It will be, if you say yes to absolutely everything that Nicky asks of you. Bye.
What was that all about?
Well, you know my mother. That was her subtle way of asking you to spend a little time with me.
So that's why you asked me here.
I got everything covered. Hope, Marta's watching her. As far as your work at the office, I don't know how much.
You didn't cause the flood, did you?
What flood?
A water main broke yesterday. It's probably going to take days to clean up.
Really? So, you have the whole evening free?
Well, it looks that way.
Well, hand high. It's time for us to do a little sailing.
You know how I hate to see you cry. The reason I didn't want you talking about what happened so many years ago, it has nothing to do with protecting my reputation.
Why else would it matter so much to you?
You were so devastated when you lost your baby. I never even thought you would pull through. I hated to watch you dredge it up again.
Dredge what up? Dredge my anger. Is that it? You're afraid I'm going to take my anger out on you?
Times were different then, darling. Your father and I did what we thought was best for you.
Maybe if you'd taken me someplace else instead of that clinic.
Well, in those days, you didn't take a fine girl in your condition to a prominent Manhattan hospital. We took you to the best clinic we could find. Would it help if I apologized to you? Because I am so sorry you went through what you did.
All the apologies in the world aren't going to bring back my daughter.
Samantha, try not to let this consume you, darling.
You've got a plane to catch, remember?
Call me. I just want to know you're all right.
Goodbye.
Boy, oh boy, Highness, you're really putting the pressure on me, aren't you?
Because it's the wrong decision. It's a cold world out there.
I know. But unfortunately, I have too much self-respect to be the kind of guest who stays too long at the party.
Guest? Sally. You're not a guest, you're family.
And so are you, Amber. No matter what's happened between you and Rick.
Look, if you leave, how are you going to get by? What are you going to live on?
My pride. I've been without it for a long time. It'll be nice to have it back again. And who knows? Maybe it'll lead me to a new job, something that I can really shine at.
What are you talking about? You've been a wonderful designer for us.
Back when I had inspiration. You know what it's like to lose that.
I know what it's like to get it back again, too. I hope that'll happen for you, Amber.
We all do.
Hey, you know what? I really gotta beat it out of here. All these hearts and flowers and sentimental stuff, they're gonna start the waterworks and it's gonna wash away all this swell makeup I got on my face, huh?
Sally, our door is always open to you.
Remember that.
And you remember that if ever you need a swell new hairdo, you know who to call.
Stephanie, thank you. Eric, thank you for everything you guys have given to me. Rick,
Come on, honey. We gotta get going. You know what? I just heard about a new employment agency where they handle artistic types like us. And I think we ought to drop in and see them right now. And you know what else? That employment agency happens to be right next door to the friendliest Irish pub in town. Perfect. Good luck.
What do you mean, do a little sailing?
Nothing big, just like a little evening excursion, little 3-hour tour.
3-hour tour.
Uh-huh.
You know what happened last time a ship went out on a 3-hour tour.
Well, yeah, that's an old story. That's not us, though. Some people are meant to live the rest of their lives marooned on an island together.
I don't think that means us.
Well, there's one way to find out. We can't keep paddling in the same place, Brooke. You gotta move on. Otherwise, people are gonna keep getting hurt. And you know what I'm talking about. What about this child we're bringing in the world, huh? You don't want him starting his life with his future up for grabs? Now, look at me. I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm asking you. Give us a chance. I believe in my heart that there's something to be had here. Your son Rick thinks the same thing, by the way.
Rick?
Yeah. He came by to see me at the boat and challenged me. He said, you ought to get off your butt and make an honest woman of her.
Well, that sounds like my son.
He said he missed out on having 2 parents around and he didn't want the same for his little brother. He also has the idea that I'm good for his mom. Question is, what do you think? There's a whole ocean of possibilities out there. And I want to help give them to you. Let me take you there. Let it happen.